Paula G voice, aka Lady Wisdom After Midnight. How to navigate the journey from the valley to the peak. I had an average upbringing, some unusual circumstances based on the norms of society, but nothing earth-shattering. Married, raised children, worked, and attempted to build a career in the midst of duties as a military spouse. Now, here I am. I'm often asked how I transformed my life and created my current platform. My response, first, it was an answer to prayer. Secondly, one step at a time. An answer to prayer. We all have experiences in our lives where we just wish we could pray our way out of that situation. We pray and ask for deliverance from that situation, yet we find ourselves in the midst of the situation. I had to seek God's help through some trying times in my life, and Lord knows, it was not an easy journey. Lonely nights, fearful nights, anxious nights, nights filled with confusion. No direction and no idea what to do. Does that sound familiar? I would dare say we all experience this at some junction in our lives, and sometimes we have to ask for help in guiding us through whatever it is we are faced with. And as I look back, I see that much of what was placed before me were things that I had to learn, overcome, navigate through, or learn to coexist with on the other side. So, that was one prayer. Lord, help me navigate through this valley I find myself in. What are some things I learned in the valley? The valley can be a dark, lonely place filled with confusion, low self-esteem, depression, and lack of vision. The valley can be a hard place to climb out of, but the climb is necessary. God was in the valley. There may be times when that does not appear to be so, but He is there. And then one step at a time, there's a slow ascension to the peak. From the valley to the peak is a slow ascension. You may find yourself falling back down numerous times, but you have to keep getting back up and pressing forward and upward. Each time I fell down, I took the lesson learned and applied it to the next attempt to climb out. Talk about a slow ascension back to the top. Whew, it was slow. There will be days where you just plain don't feel like fighting the battle, and that's normal. Allow yourself the space to process those feelings and then get back on the path to ascension. There are a lot of changes you may have to make in your life, changes in persons, places, things, thoughts, changes. We have heard that serenity prayer, which speaks to what you can and cannot change and having the wisdom to discern what you can and cannot change. Take one day at a time and just focus on the day ahead of you and not how far you have to go. We often keep looking at the top and getting discouraged about how far we have to go and not giving ourselves credit for how far we have come. We're all on this journey called life, and sometimes we feel as though we're all alone. I hope what I share is encouraging to you and that it lets you know you're not alone. Be kind to yourself and embrace the journey. I am Paula G Voice. I'm a sagacious, independent lifestyle influencer. I'm embracing my own journey and sharing experiences along the way. And I'm challenging dreamers to do the same by breathing life into their deferred dreams and living out the reality. It's never too late to embrace your journey and live your dreams. Visit Paula's blog at paulagvoice.com for the full journey.